Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome back. Today I really thought hard about filming this video or not because the world it's scary these days. It's bleak, and I hope you guys are safe and feel somewhat safe in the current situation that we're in worldwide. However, I have found a lot of comfort on YouTube these days, and a sense of community. And when I feel like everything is a bit too much and I need to take a step back, I need to focus on other things for myself, for my mental health, anxiety and whatnot, YouTube is something that I always go back to. So I wanted to film this video in case you also are feeling that way and just need to find some comfort, maybe, possibly. So yeah, today it's going to be a bit of a chatty video at the beginning because I wanted to mention a few things, like an exciting announcement and a book that I just finished, and then later I'm going to change the perspective and I'm going to show you my Hobonichi Weeks. So I will timestamp everything in case you just want to go straight to the Hobonichi Weeks. But first, I wanted to say that we have created a book club. Nikki and I, we have finally put everything together, and the book club is here, is live, and it's called In the Margins. The other day, I was thinking about how to design the poster, and I had some inspiration and whatnot, and did a commonplace entry about it. So I will put this here so you can look at it. But basically, like I said, it's called In the Margins, and our idea behind this book club is reading at a really slow pace, kind of a slow reading book club. We are going to be reading one book for 6 weeks, which is plenty of time to read, to understand, to learn about the subject. And we have decided to focus for now on reading diaries, reading memoirs, journals, essays, everything that helps us to understand how people make sense of the world, how they collect and write their observations, memories, trips, whatever it is, basically how we record our daily life. And we thought that this would help us merge both of our interests, both journaling, commonplacing, and reading. So for now, we are going to be hosting this book club on YouTube and on Instagram. For now, there's not going to be a Discord for the book club because a lot of people have expressed interest in joining, and we thought it would be very difficult for us to manage at the beginning because we have never hosted a book club before. So we want to go through trial and error to see what people like, what we can manage, what it's too much. So we are going to do 2 live journaling / discussing sessions on YouTube, and then we will be posting as regularly as we can on Instagram with the hashtag In the Margins Book Club, our ideas, what we are thinking, because what we would like to do is during the first session, which would be February 22, we are going to not only discuss the book, which is going to be Ongoingness, The End of a Diary by Sarah Manguso. We're also going to give some prompt ideas for you guys to journal along with us. We are going to show you our commonplace entries about the book, and I will personally try to also give you guys more materials to read, because usually when I read a book I try to dig a little bit deeper. Could be articles about or by the author, maybe some interviews, maybe a documentary based on the same idea or topic, or maybe about the author themselves, something like that. So extra materials we can learn and read about with the book club. So that's our idea. So there will be that first live session, and then the final one would be March 15th, where we will discuss the book club. We will the book club, sorry, the book. We will also discuss maybe some of your questions, your ideas, your thoughts, and integrate all of that into that session. And also, of course, we will be chatting with you guys, reading your comments live. And meanwhile, we will be posting about what we're thinking, what questions arise when we are reading the book on Instagram for now. That's what we have decided, and if things go well and people express interest in doing it differently, we will try. I'm so excited, and Nick is very excited too, so yeah, it makes me very happy. So I hope you guys join us in this new journey of the book club, and we will get your feedback and learn as maybe we can learn all together, because like I said, I've only joined a book club before, and it was a in-person book club, so I have no idea how people do online ones. So let's just figure it out together. So that is something that I wanted to discuss. And then you also saw me journaling about my recent read, the last book I finished, which is a very controversial one. So let's see. It is Notes to John by Joan Didion. So I talked to you guys last week that I had finished Slouching Towards Bethlehem, and I felt I don't know, like nor here nor there with the book. I really love her writing style, her journalistic approach to things, and there were some essays that I really enjoyed, the ones that were a bit more personal, the other ones not my cup of tea. No, it's just like the topics I did not care about what was being discussed, basically. So I had that little thing that I thought that I needed to read more Didion and Notes to John. So this book was published posthumously, and it was, I believe it was never Didion's intention to publish this book. I think Joan Didion had created a very curated image of who she was, as everyone does in this age, and especially like writers, singers, whatever. Everyone curates their image to, you know, to also protect themselves a bit. And this book, it's Joan Didion's therapy notes. So she went to therapy for quite a long time, actually, but these notes are from 1999 till 2002, and you can see a different Didion here. You can see someone that it was much more vulnerable, someone that is dealing with very real things, and it is a bit fascinating. Like I don't know, like it was published without her permission, but that is the risk that any high-profile author goes through, I guess, especially if her family was the one to just give these documents to the public archive. It's just a whole thing, right? And anyway, the publishing world, it's nothing to be to romanticize. It's just a business. So anyway, I say this because if you guys have read Blue Nights, Blue Nights, where Joan Didion discusses her daughter's life and passing, there's never an allusion. There is a very superficial allusion to a very big problem that her daughter had, which was she was an alcoholic, and that's basically what shapes these therapy sessions. It's Joan Didion going to therapy because of her daughter's worry about her mom having a lot of anxiety due to the circumstances they find themselves with, her being an alcoholic. And it is just a mother trying to help her daughter and really kind of going heads on with her therapist and trying to dismantle some of those patterns that, you know, any family has and any person has. And I thought it was very vulnerable to read it, and it's somewhat, it's like you feel like you should not be reading it, but it is out there at the same time. It's a strange kind of thing, but it is a fascinating record of like therapy, addiction, and also of who John Didion was. Yeah, nonetheless, it was interesting. So I know that a lot of people feel very differently about posthumous publications. There's like, was it Gabriel Garcia Marquez had also like this novel or collection of whatever it was published after his death that I'm sure he would have never said yes to, because it's so unfinished, not polished at all. But it's just that it's just kind of like a tradition now already. So I read that. I have to say, and it pains me to say it, I did enjoy it more than I did the essays. But again, it feels a bit strange to read it because it's so personal. But anyway, it is out there, so that's that. And because I've been commonplacing a lot these days, I think, because like I said, the world feels very heavy these days. I have been given myself some little maybe projects, like daily projects, or a daily thing to learn, or a daily thing to research. Something short, something that is not gonna take me like hours. And I've been going through my commonplace quite fast. I will show you another day when I have more entries, new entries to show you, but I don't have much left of these books, so I set up my new commonplace in this, I don't have any idea how to pronounce this, Hoshio style paper, which is like a traditional Japanese, official Japanese paper. It's very toothy, so let's see how I enjoy that. But I decorated the flaps here with my index and some papers, and also the back, which I made a little pocket to put things here, and a picture of Lemebel, because why not? I'm very excited to go into my 4th volume. Actually, I think this is going to be the last one that I can fit in my, I hope nothing falls, in my binder. I have 2 right now, pretty chunky. I think I'll put a lot of pictures here, so I'm kind of excited to see things grow a little bit. But this is my commonplace journal binder, and I think 4 is kind of the maximum, right, that you can put here. There's 3 more of these metal things to insert your notebooks, but I believe if they get too chunky, it's very difficult to close, or maybe you can put an elastic or something to keep the binder closed, but if not, it just kind of opens easily. So anyway, really excited to have that small collection there, and also to try this new paper, which I have already printed the graph here. So that's why I prepare them, because I take everything out, print my own grid here, and decorate the pages. Yeah, but it feels very different, very toothy. Let's see about this. Because this one it's so smooth. The paper is very, very smooth. So anyway, I've been working a lot on this commonplace. When things get a bit too much for me, journaling sometimes doesn't help me as much as I hope, or as much as I wished it did. So I think that having these little projects every day does take my mind out of some things, and it helps me to, you know, just keep going, I guess. And also, I changed my cover. I think this is the 3rd time I changed my cover this month. It was very difficult to feel settled. I think in any other cover. So I went with the hand stitched leather, which is the only cover that I own that it's not Traveler's Company. This one was the nude, I believe. I bought this in 2021 when they were still based in Ukraine, and this was the nude leather they had at the time, which has patinaed a lot. Mine has a couple of pockets here. So it has one card holder, longer pocket, and another one where you can actually put your insert. And at the back I have a secretarial pocket and another of those long pockets where you can put your inserts. And it is a bit heavier than your regular traveler's notebook, but it feels so nice also because it fits 4 notebooks. It has 4 elastics. It does bend a little bit here, as you can see in the corner, and I think it's because maybe the traveler's notebook has that metal clasp that it helps a little bit to give it strength to the spine. But maybe this leather is also a little bit softer, so it just bends a little bit. Doesn't bother me at all. I have tried everything, tighten the elastics, make them looser. It goes down, like the inserts go a little bit down, so it just pulls here. It will pull anyway if I do it the other way around. It just, it just pulls inside here. But anyway, I just really love the color of this cover. The smell is incredible still. After so many years, it is great. I really do love these covers, and I feel very happy right now. I don't have any decoration, no charms, no anything, but yeah, kind of enjoying that simplistic side to the notebook. And I think this is all I wanted to mention right now, and I will show you now my January pages, which is not that many because there's one week that I have a lot of pictures of my friends. I'm just gonna skip that one, so there's not a lot to show you guys, but at least I wanted to have it here on record, my January monthly or weekly archive. Oh, I got these 2 little figurines the other day. I don't know the brand. I believe it's a Chinese brand. It says Ozai. Maybe it's Ozai. It's O-Z or Z-A-I. And I love them. I think this one is a squid or something like that, cuttlefish, something like that. It is the cutest thing. I love that it's looking up. And this one is just a little kale. A devil? I don't know what it is. It's so cute. It is so cute. So I have them here. Bring me joy to look at them. Anyway, my weeks has been going well. Not the monthlies though, the sticker a day. I forgot about it completely during the month of January. Then I came back the last week of January and I couldn't find any stickers for these days. I don't have a lot of small stickers, so it was kind of difficult to try to match the day with a sticker. So I decided that for next month, for February, or this month rather, I'm going to use like 1 sticker every 3 days or so, because I have bigger stickers, and maybe just highlight one thing. I can write everything that happened, but maybe just highlight one of the things with a sticker, something like that. I think it's a bit more manageable for me too, because I just simply forget to do it, and because I actually just come to my Hobonichi Weeks once a week. Usually at the beginning of the week, I do the prior week, or randomly maybe a Wednesday, Thursday I will go back and fill it in, and then Sunday, usually it's just once a week, Sundays, I come back and do my whole week. So sometimes I just kind of forget or cannot find really a sticker that goes with the day. So I think every 3 days, 2 days is something that I can do. So, oh my god, the new year, it's been too long now. One thing I noticed is I was sick a lot this month. At the beginning of the month, I got that virus that was making the rounds worldwide, and it was very difficult to get rid of it. I think I got sick on the New Year Eve party that my friends and I went to. I don't know, it's just we're really far away from home, so it's fun to do something that makes you feel like you are part of something bigger than yourself. So we did go out and bring our 12 grapes. So in Spain we have this tradition that instead of counting or doing the countdown for the new year, we eat one grape for each month to symbolize good luck, basically. And it's fun because they do have like a timer. I believe it's every 3 seconds, and it's very fun when you do it with a very big group because someone will choke. It's just kind of fun. It's fun to do it. So that is something that I have brought with me. Now my partner does it with me every year. Even his friends, we have also introduced that to them, so some of them do it, so that it's fun. But yeah, I was very sick these days. And this is the day that I also met my friend, which she was back from China, and we went to buy my other friend's gift, which I cannot show you because, like I said, it was my friend's birthday, and we went to a very nice brunch place, which is Jenny's from Blackpink, one of her favorite brunch places. I had no idea about that. I just only found out when I was there, but it looked very fancy. It did look very fancy and very nice. And it was for my friend's birthday, so I had a lot of pictures about that, so we're going to skip that. Then January 12th, I had 3 interviews. I had 1 online interview and 2 in-person interviews, which was a lot, actually, to be honest, because one of them was almost a 2-hour interview for a job position that it is in August, and they told me they wouldn't let us know anything until May, because they need to interview a lot of people for different positions, and then there is like 2 other interviews that you have to do. So it was a lot. I felt like drained, and I remember I came back Tuesday from the interview and I crashed. I slept until the following day. It was a lot. And it was also my grandma's birthday, which I wanted to put a picture here because I couldn't be there with them to celebrate, but they went to we live very near the port, so they went there and have a lovely lunch, and I just took one of my brother's picture and just printed that. Also, I like everyone else in the world, watched Heated Rivalry, and thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great. It was fun. I don't read romance, so that is not something that I would usually consume, but I do love a good BL series, and I think Scum was the last one that I watched and really enjoyed. The Norwegian Scum was so long ago, like almost 9 years ago, 10 years ago, a long time ago. And I watched this one, and my friend was also simultaneously watching, so we were fangirling together, and it was a lot of fun, to be honest, a lot of fun. And the actors were very good, so that was enjoyable. And I also made a count of how long it took me from my apartment to the interview places, which one was 2 hours commuting to go and 2 hours to come back, which didn't seem doable, but anyway. And then on the 19th, I had another allergic episode, my contact dermatitis. A lot of you told me you cannot appreciate it on camera. I feel happy about that. You can in person. It's not as gruesome, but I think if you really pay attention, you can see that I have kind of a darker line on my nails. That is it sounds so bad, but it's my skin has peeled off a little bit, so it's not attached to my skin anymore. Yeah, it's not great, but they don't hurt right now. They don't look as bad as they did the first time that I had them, because I am not going to lose any of the nails. This one I have something else, which is I have I cut my finger here, so I have other things going on there, but this one look okay. So anyway, that happened, and I went out with my friend. We went to a couple of cafes which were very nice, and I think I showed them last week, and I received very lovely and happy mail, which I also showed you guys. Then we got BTS tickets. That also happened. And I had a full-on cooking day. I cooked so much that day. I don't know what happened to me, because I'm not someone that is inclined to cook a lot. That day I just I don't know, it's just, I think I missed a little bit of home, and I wanted to cook Spanish food, so I did cook a lot of Spanish food, and it made me very happy. So that was that. And I finished reading My Tender Matador, which was my favorite book of the month, and it does appear here. So this is where I'm going to put my favorite of each month, and this is the first one, which was My Tender Matador, or in Spanish, Tengo Miedo Torero. So I just printed the cover and put it here to have a record of that. And then this is this week, so I had a FaceTime with my family, which was very nice, and then I slept at 5 a.m. So I was 2 days that I was just not feeling myself, because one, I was in a lot of pain, the next one I was extremely sleepy. And I finished, like I said, Notes to John by John Didion, which was fun. And what I did here is kind of a January digest. So basically the books that I read, which were 4, the movies and series that I can remember I watched this month, and music. I don't know, I may change this because I like music, but I don't actually explore a lot. I also go back, like I always listen to the same artist over and over again, so I think that this may not be fun. So maybe like new dishes that I try and cook, or maybe something new. For example, I started to do 45-minute stretching sessions, or I did join Headspace for meditation. So maybe those things are a bit more fun than just music, but you know, I wanted to do that. And I did highlight that I started doing those 45-minute sessions of stretching, which is great and has been lovely. So that's that. Nothing to add here. The only thing I did is I do take a tarot journal, a tarot card a month. So I decided to have them here, so I can have January's card, maybe February's here, and I can see it, how it changes throughout the months, to have more of a chronology of the each month, each tarot card, something like that. And that's it. That's everything I have for my Hobonichi Weeks. Very simple, but it really works. I really love it. It's a good way for me to keep track of my life, of the events, have pictures of me, my friends, my family, and it's a kind of very easy way to maintain it. Like I don't feel a lot of pressure. I don't feel it's a lot. And also I can see some patterns, like for example how sick I was throughout this month of January, and I may be getting, like, mimicking what is happening outside a little bit, and things like that. So that's exciting. And I think I added a few stickers, this one and this one, maybe this one too. So I add stickers as I get them or as I find them. Sometimes I go through my stash and see something and I was like, oh, that's kind of cute, I will put it here on my weeks, and that's what I do. So that's all I wanted to discuss with you guys today, the things that I wanted to show you. And I hope you stay safe and have a wonderful week, as much as you can, as much as possible. And I'll see you next week.